We're going to turn this Bluey figure into Derpy from K-pop Demon Hunters. So, let's go! Hi everyone, I bought these Bluey family figures and thought, I wonder what they would look like as K-pop Demon Hunters characters. I'm an artist and an adult toy collector, so let's see what we can do. Today we're starting with Bluey and we're going to turn him into Derpy the Tiger. To start, I need to mix some paint. I'm using multi-surface acrylic paint because it has a nice satin finish and it's more resistant to rubbing, scratching, and scuffing than regular matte acrylic paint. It basically has the protective finish built in, so I don't usually need to apply a separate clear sealer. In fact, I never do. I'm not totally sure I've got the colors right yet, so I'm mixing a lighter blue with a darker blue to try to match Derpy's main fur color. This part is really just trial and error. I'm going back and forth between different shades of blue, testing colors, making adjustments. Basically, I'm just experimenting until I find the one that feels right for Derpy. For paintbrushes, I'm just using these Artstory Paintbrushes. I got them a long time ago, and they're really good for acrylic paint because they're fairly inexpensive. So if they get ruined, it's not the end of the world. I'm not wasting my expensive brushes. They're basically perfect for custom figure projects like these. I started by painting over Bluey's light blue color, hoping there was enough pigment in the paint to cover the darker blue underneath. But it just wasn't working. At that point, I decided to paint Bluey's entire body white to create a nice solid base for all of the new colors, except I tried to avoid his eyes. This took several coats. Here I'm adding the second coat, which is already giving me much more even opaque coverage. Now you might be wondering, why didn't I just use Bluey's original colors? His colors are basically light and dark blue, just like what Derpy would be. But the problem is you'll never get the new paint to match those original factory colors exactly. Even if the hues are very close, they'll still look like two different colors side by side. By painting the entire Bluey figure white first, I get one consistent base so every new color matches and the finished figure looks like it was made that way from the start. Or at least close to it. While I was waiting for the paint to dry, I found this old 4x6 photo frame that I bought at Walmart a while back. It was in the clearance aisle for 10 cents. And of course I couldn't pass it up. So we're going to turn it into a custom display portal for Bluey to sit on. To do that, I started by painting the entire frame and the glass black. Then I set the frame aside to dry and went back to Bluey to apply the third coat of paint. It takes quite a few coats of white paint to completely cover all of Bluey's original blue, but building up those layers gives me a nice solid base to work from. After about 1,000,000 coats of white paint, it was finally time to paint Bluey. I started with Derpy's medium blue color. I tried to avoid painting over Bluey's eyes because I wanted to keep Bluey's original eye shape. Since this is a Bluey and Derpy mashup, I wanted people to still recognize Bluey underneath the new design. Moving back to the portal picture frame, I added another coat of black paint. Since one coat of blue paint wasn't quite opaque enough, I went back and added a second coat of Derpy's medium blue. And then a third one. And a fourth one. Next, I painted on the light blue for Derpy's stomach, his paws on Bluey's hands and feet, and finally his inner ears. Next I painted Bluey's nose pink to match Derpy's. Then I thought, why don't I try my acrylic markers? So I brought out my JusArt acrylic markers to see if I liked them better. And I repainted Bluey's nose. Then I used yellow, orange, and red acrylic markers for his eyes. I was trying to work quickly so I could blend the colors together, but they didn't quite turn out the way I wanted. They weren't too bad though. I sort of liked what I was seeing, so I went over his stomach, his paws, and his inner ears with a light blue acrylic marker. I used a fine detailed number 10 micro paintbrush to go over everything and cleaned up the edges. Because Bluey's face shape is so different from Derpy's, I had to experiment with where to place the dots and eyebrows. At first I put the dots between his eyes, but I quickly realized that didn't work, so I painted over them. Then I used a blue acrylic marker to paint Derpy's 3 blue eyebrows and moved the dots up to the top of Bluey's head instead. From then on, I went on an acrylic marker binge. I used pink to paint Bluey's inner ears, and then I touched up Bluey's stomach with light blue. I used black to paint the black around Bluey's eyes and to paint on his mouth. And then I used a micro paintbrush again to clean up the edges of the black, which kind of smeared the paint. So I ended up having to do several more coats to clean it up. I painted on the first draft of Derpy's teeth, and here I am cleaning up the edges once more. I added the light blue above the top of Derpy's eyes and completely ruined everything I'd done with the eyes, which meant I had to do them all over again, but that's okay. I started drawing on the cheetah patterns on Derpy's chest, and then I started drawing his dark blue stripes. Stripes are always difficult on a tiny 2-inch figure. Every time I adjusted one with dark blue, I had to go back with the medium blue to clean it up, and vice versa. You can kind of end up in this back and forth trying to get the stripes as straight as you can. Remembering that I was going to have to spend a lot of time on the stripes, I took a break and started working on Derpy's eyes again. I went around the eyes with a micro paintbrush to get the outlines down first. Next, I went over the eyes with red, orange, and yellow paint. This time, instead of starting in the center and working outward like I did with the acrylic markers, I worked from the outside in, blending the colors together as I went. I did some more touch-ups with the medium blue and started trying to make the stripes look better. Next, I filled in Derpy's eyebrows a little more because I felt like it was a better representation of a mashup between Derpy and Bluey. It also meant we kind of sacrificed one of the 3 stripes, but you can't really see it that well, so I thought it was fine. I used an acrylic marker to make the pupils, and I'm not gonna lie, Derpy's looking a little unhinged right here. I kept painting and repainting the eyes, blending the colors as I went until they started to look better. I touched up the eyebrows, then I worked on the stripes some more. One thing people don't always realize when painting tiny figures like this is that one coat usually isn't enough. There's a lot of back and forth. Once you get one shape down, you'll notice little imperfections that need to be cleaned up with the color underneath. So you end up going back and forth until everything looks right. It's not just the stripes, pretty much every part of the figure goes through that process. I wasn't exactly happy with how the acrylic marker looked on the stomach and paws. It had a matte finish, while the multi-surface acrylic paint had a satin finish. And the two just didn't work together the way I thought they would. So I went back over the light blue areas with light blue multi-surface acrylic paint. I worked on the teeth a little more, then added little claws to Derpy's paws. I touched up the eyes again, and then it was time to finish the portal display. I used light teal and white acrylic markers to draw a portal in the center of the display. Then I added concentric ripples around it to create a 3D portal effect. I wasn't really happy with the center of the portal, so I went back over it with white acrylic paint. Then I had this brilliant idea to use a paintbrush to add smaller ripples between the ones I had already painted. But that looked awful, so I painted over them with black paint. I mixed a light teal paint with a little water and applied it to a thin glaze to give the portal a soft glowing effect. And of course, that took several layers to build up the effect. But soon enough it was done, and that's it. Now we have a Bluey and Derpy mashup. What's really cool is that I can display him standing on top of the portal, or I can place the portal behind him so it looks like he's coming through it. I think that turns it into a really fun home decor art piece, and it's definitely going to look really cool decorating my office. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching. Let me know if there's a mashup you'd like me to make in the future. And with that, I'll see you next time. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. Please be sure to like this video and subscribe. See you next time. Have a great day.